guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yup. So guys, I'm so happy that today I want us to do a video. Yeah, so I want to tell you guys a story time. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you. And for the new Team Gang, please make sure that you hit the notification bell. Yeah, so yeah, it's on a Sunday and it's around it's almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, so there's this guy. We met on a dating site, guys. So this dating site, I don't know whether it's a scam when it comes to maybe thinking of getting a partner online. Yes, for the people who are not most outgoing. Yeah, so there's this time I just told myself that how about I also just get into dating site and get my husband. So let us call this man human A. Yeah, so human A, we blah blah blah, we had met, we talked, we interacted. The communication was 100%, guys. So the baby girl was so much in love with this human A. So this human A, he was just an African man, and we had met on a Tinder. Oh, the ghetto, my friends. But it's just a story I've just thought of sharing with you guys. So guys, I want to tell you this story while I am also doing my hair. I had plaited these two cornrows. You see, they are overdue now. So I want to undo, and then again I redo the two cornrows as I tell you the story. So this guy, human A, we had met on a Tinder dating site. So this guy, we've been just talking. So so I was telling you the human A. Yeah, so the conversation was just lit, everything. I mean, the baby girl was just fallen in love. Like, I just felt like I had already know this man. As in, it's like, do you know this first sight thing? Like, I was so much in love. The guy promised me heaven. So I know, I know I'm not the only one that has been in this situation. So meanwhile, as I'm waiting for the people who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, as I'm oiling my lips, I'm waiting for you to subscribe. So subscribe as I'm oiling my lips. Have you subscribed? I hope you have subscribed. And now I'm happy. Thank you for subscribing. Now I'm waiting for you also to put a big thumbs up as you're watching my videos, and also please share. Yeah, so this human A had promised me heaven. The guy was living just around he was living around Thika Road. Yeah, so and I was also within Thika Road. So we've been talking. The conversation was just flowing flawly. The conversation was just above the top. So yeah, so we had talked, the conversation was just lit. Yeah, so this guy he was working from the bank. Yeah, from KCB bank. Yeah, was it KCB? Yeah, he told me that he's working in I think if it was not a KCB, then I think it was in a family bank. Yeah, it's family bank. So guys, this guy, we had talked. I mean, every single day we would chat in our WhatsApp. And then the most interesting, he will give me a call even at night at around 9 o'clock, yeah, the guy will call. Or if he wouldn't call, I'm the one who will call. You know, now we are in love. The love, you get it? Yeah, so we will just talk. We'll just talk about how we are mad in love with each other, blah blah blah. You know, the scenario of love. I'm telling you, love can make you to just cross the ocean. Hmm. I want you guys to comment down below and tell me and let me know if you have ever made you to cross the ocean. So we've been just together talking, checking up on each other. Yeah, so yeah, checking on each other. So there's this day now we had to plan now. Cause I remember back then I wasn't even at I've not started even I've not started opening my YouTube channel. Yeah, back then I was still thinking I didn't have a good phone. Yeah. So, yeah, so guys, believe it or not, so the guy had promised me that we will now go for a date. Now that I had even told him that my phone, I wasn't having a good phone to start recording the video, to start shooting for my content creation for my YouTube channel. So this guy, he just acted like a gentleman and told me, oh baby, you don't have to worry. Don't worry about anything. I will come and buy for you a phone. I don't need actually you will just choose your dream phone, you know? I'll just take you to the mall and just choose your dream phone. Now I was like, no, I don't want even an expensive phone. For me, what I'm currently needing is just a phone with a good camera only. I wasn't on a materialistic like just I wasn't on a materialistic that I want an iPhone. No. So this guy had asked me if I would want an Android or I would want an iPhone. I know this is hilarious. You know, the queens of Nairobi. I know you'll just go for I know you'll just go for an iPhone. So me, I had just told him, no, I don't want an iPhone. I would just go for Android. I would just want an Android phone. As long as it just has a good camera, I'm good with it. So this guy had told me that, no, you know, baby, for you, I'll just offer you anything. As in, who have told you that I don't have money? Who have told you that I don't have money? Huh? Don't go for cheap phone. Me, I just imagine the baby girl just wanted an Android phone for 10,000 shillings. I didn't want as inexpensive. As in, I didn't want him to see that I'm just after his money, you see. So, the guy, now we had planned for the date. That on a Sunday now, we will now meet. After talking for a whole month. Guys, after being in a relationship for 1 month, just talking and chatting, and we are not even seeing each other, video calling and sending pictures, you know, just lovey davies. We were just lovey davies, guys. Yeah. So this human A had called me on that day. It was on a Sunday, cause this guy, we have been just planning and re-planning. We've been just planning for the dates, and we have just been planning with that planning, and the dates was just getting backfired. I didn't know why, guys. I think the girl wasn't seeing the red flags. I wasn't seeing the red flags because I was being promised for that phone, for a new phone. You know, when someone promised you something, you just listen and take everything they're telling you. Whether they are lies, you just say yes. So guys, we had planned for the date one, backfired. It didn't go through. So you know, I started getting curious. So I was just telling myself, oh, maybe the guy is. Guys, don't worry. I'm doing my hair with this thing. I'm not at home. I am not at home, and there is no there is no comp here. I only have this one. So yeah, so guys, I was just comforting myself that maybe the guy is held up with work, that he will just get back to me. So blah blah blah. We was just talking. So we had planned for a date two, and then date two backfired again. You can imagine. And this guy knew how to sweet talk. I mean, the way he used just to convince me and talk to me. We will talk to the phone for like 2 hours. Just talking. Love. Yeah, so and I would just believe him. Innocent me, I would just believe that the guy is telling me the truth. Kumbe the guy has been just lying. And since he had promised me the phone, I couldn't see the red flags. So, yeah, so I almost gave up on this date. So, since he was just calling me often, every day we would talk, he would send me a good morning message, and then at night he would text me. At night he would just give me a call for like an hour or even 40 minutes. Yeah, so guys, so we will just communicate this. Our relationship was just going well. So I had to insist for this guy. Now the guy started even asking me about the marriage, if I want marriage. He was a Kikuyu, that guy. So he was telling me he won't mind if he will marry me, if he can come and see my parents, or if I can go with him. And then he introduced me to his parents, guys. So I was like, yeah, it's okay, as much as we will just be communicating and interacting so that we know where this relationship is heading. I wouldn't mind marrying him, guys. So yeah, so the guy, we were just now talking about marriage. Imagine, guys, we were just being, our conversation most of the time, it was just talking about our future, how he wants to marry me, how he can't wait to just hold me, grab me, love me, show me love, you see. And he was just telling me that he had that Luo ladies knows how to treat men. If you are a Luo lady, I want you to comment down below and tell us on the comment section if Luo ladies, we know how to show love to these children of to these sons of Pharaohs, guys. Yeah, so this is the I do oil. My hair is so dry, so I'm gonna use this ideal oil. It's an olive oil. I hope you can see it. It's an ideal oil. So before I plate those two cornrows, I need to oil. At least put a little small portion of oil, because I had, my hair is very dry. You can see I had dyed it. Yeah, I used Subaru to dye my hair. So this guy was been just promising me about marriage. We were just talking about marriage, guys. So what I had told the guy is that let us meet first and talk and see where it's if this thing will lead to marriage. We continue going for random days. So this guy, whenever we talk, he just asking me that he don't worry your phone. First of all, he had told me that he will send for me the money. The ghetto, you men. God is watching for you. God is watching you. So this man had promised me that he will send for me the money. Yeah, for buying the phone. So that is before we had planned that we will meet on a next weekend. So he had promised me that he is gonna send for me the money. So I waited for this money for almost the whole day. Because now since he told me that he's working from the bank, now the baby girl just thought that, wow. Now the girl have landed to the money. I don't know how to say it, but you get it, right? So the girl was just naive and innocent, and I was just there relaxing and convincing myself that now, since I have gotten a rich boyfriend who is working from the bank, he's gonna send me money to buy the new phone. I was like, And nobody could even told me now. Nobody could even convince me that Emily, this guy is lying to you. Who would send for you the money before even seeing you? And I was like, no, this guy we've been talking for like an hour, like a month, and we've been communicating like every day. Our conversation was just impact like this. So I was just, my sister was just telling me, they were just telling me that let us wait and see if the guy, if he will send for you the money, then he's a real guy. So yeah, we continued, the relationship continued. So that day I had asked the guy, why have I haven't seen your M-Pesa for like 2 days. So the guy told me that, no, baby, don't worry. Now what I've decided, now where I started seeing the red flag is when he told me that now he will buy for me the phone on that day we will be meeting is the day he will take me to the mall, at least so that we can do what? We can, that is when he will take me to the mall and then I can choose my dream phone. Yeah, back then I remember I was using a tablet, or I was having an sorry, I was using a Android still. It was a tablet. So guys, this guy, so we had met. So guys, this guy, let me first show you how I want to plate my those two cornrows. Yeah, yeah. So this man, human A. So that day he planned for the date that we gonna meet on a afternoon on Sunday. Yeah, so he told me that we're gonna meet afternoon. So who is the, you know, us ladies, when someone promised you that you are going for date. So me, you know, I believed on this man because we even already had a conversation in the morning that we are gonna meet afternoon. Yeah, so for him he was going to come to Garden City because we were from the same route. He was coming from Thika and me, I was just also within the same lane. So who am I? So guys, this is the contour I am doing. You see, yeah, you see the line. I'm doing the contour, just two line. So guys, this guy, yeah, where were we? Yes, I was telling you that the man had promised me that now we are meeting in the afternoon. So me, I was already prepared and now waiting for the guy to tell me that I have already arrived. Now come we meet now. I am out of the house now, come. I'm on my way. So you can also get ready. So yeah, I remember he had told me that he's going to town. He's going straight away to town so that he can pick something so that we can be able to meet there in Garden City. It was nearer to home also. So yeah, I just believe on the guy, and he even called me and asked me if I'm prepared, and I told him that I am prepared. Guys, hey, I know. It is funny. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me. So yeah, he asked me if I'm ready, and then I told him I've already prepared for myself. I've already dressed up, and now waiting for him to tell me that I can now go. I can now leave the house, so that we can now meet officially. My dear friends, guess what happened? So me, after prepared, after the guy told me that now he's ready and he's even leaving the town, he's now coming, he's from town now coming on his way to Garden City to the mall. So me, I was just seated because it was just Garden City. We also live nearer to Garden City. So I was just waiting for him to tell me that now I'm there so that I can also leave and start going. My friend. Now I waited like it was one. Now I started feeling anxious. Because now when I'm calling and asking the guy, Ati, where are you? The guy is telling me, I'm on the way. I'm just on the way. Can you believe town? And imagine on Sunday, there are usually no traffic on a Sunday. Because Sundays, most of the people wanakwanga wameenda church. And most people wakwangi wameenda kazi. So people are normally at home. So this guy lied to me. Remember, he had told me that he's coming with the phone. Sorry, I remember that he told me that he's gonna come and take me to the mall, buy, and then we go for Java. We go for coffee date. Yeah, so me, I started feeling curious and wondering, what's happening? This guy had already promised me that he's coming. You see? He had promised me that now he's from town and now coming on his way to Garden City. So the baby girl was now ready. Imagine I already been up. I was looking good. I was in my favorite best dress. I did my best makeup. Just waiting to show up. So I started now texting and asking, hey, what's up? Where are you at? And he just on the way gave me something like 10 minutes. Now I waited 10 minutes. It's almost now 2. It was now 2 in the afternoon. Now I was like, what's happening with the guy? He's not even now answering my text. No, I started texting. He's now not responding. He's not replying to my messages. Now I was like, what? Now what's happening? What's wrong? Now I started tensing because I already dressed up and also makeup was on flake. The lashes was just like this, waiting to to go for the date. So you see, the guy, I started now calling. The guy wasn't picking. He wasn't picking. I called him like 3 times. The man wasn't picking the calls, guys. So I just told myself, no, I had thanked God because I didn't leave the house by then. Now I was just at home, seated and waiting to see the man. I was waiting for the call and then so that I can now leave the house. So we are in the second cornrows. You see? These ones I can use them to wear on my, when I want to wear the wig. I can now use the wear my wig simply. So this human disappointed me. The date backfired. Nothing happens. Whatever he had promised me, he didn't even fulfill the promise. So that's how I started. I wasn't now trusting anyone that I meet on the dating sites because most of the people, they just want to damage you emotionally and to also disappoint you. So that's when I stopped now believing in people that I met, those strangers that I met on online dating sites. So started working on myself and I promised myself that this guy, how did he see me? Taking me for granted that he's gonna buy for me a phone. So I started working hard. I know he do watch my videos on my YouTube channel. When I had opened the YouTube channel, I think the first people that had subscribed to my YouTube channel, I know he's watching. Yeah, he's from Kiambu. You, I know, but I thank God because now I had already worked. I worked and saved and saved and saved. And I bought my own phone with my own money. Yeah, I thank God because I managed finally to buy the phone that this man was manipulating me for, that he's gonna buy for me the phone. Kumbe he was just playing with my emotions, lying to me. So for me, I will just tell you guys that not everyone that you meet online, they are good, or that they are genuine. No, not everybody is genuine with you, baby girl. Even if you are that good or friendly, not everyone you come on your way should be trusted. So, and that's how I stopped putting on my trust on the people on dating sites. For me, I just prefer going out, taking myself out on a coffee date, lunch date with my friends, yeah, and stop. That's how I stop believing on people on dating sites. Yeah, guys. Yeah, for me, dating sites is how I will rate dating sites out of 100%. I'll rate, I'll give it out of 100. I'll give it 30% because most jokers are on the dating sites. People on dating site, they're just creative, amazing. So, me, I would prefer to meet someone physically. And then, I mean, I stopped putting my mind on dating sites that I will get someone good there. Yeah. But if it works, then I'll just say it is good. But if it doesn't work, I meet someone just randomly out from outside, then I'll just prefer even also that one. But for dating sites, there are so many jokers there. Yeah, so that was the end of this videos. I hope I have shown you how I have plated my two controls, and I hope they're looking good. I hope you like the video. Comment and share this video so that we can go to reach to 1,000 subscribers. So guys, that's the end of my video. I hope you like this video. Kindly just make sure that you like, comment down below, and share with me your ideas of dating sites. Yeah guys, so bye.